back. We are about to go through some of these Marvel announcements that are popping off over here at San Diego Comic Con, trying to figure out what's popping, what's not. They announced Phase 5. I have some thoughts about Phase 5 in general. Um, to be honest, on first impression, I was like, oh, this is kind of mid. But then, like, as time went on and I kind of thought about what they're trying to do as an overall, I think my biggest hype, I think, is Ant-Man 3 because I really think that Ant-Man 3 is going to connect all these pieces together. I think Ant-Man 3 is the secret to, because everybody's complaining, everybody's like, oh, Phase 4 doesn't make any sense, it's random, there's no main villain, but I think what's going to happen, what's going to be revealed here is that Kang has been pulling these strings in the background this entire time. I think that's what we're going to see. I think it's going to be lit. I think it's going to be dope. I think they announced that MODOK is the official. He's not the official villain, but he's like the sub villain of Quantumania. The rumor mill plot that's going around is basically that Kang created MODOK to help him in his multiverse journey, and then he goes rogue. I don't know what that means for the overall story, but it's kind of hype, man. It's kind of hype. I'm kind of, I think that's the most excited I am about all the announcements. They also announced Daredevil, which is crazy. 18 episode. I'm not sure if it's like an ongoing series or like a limited series, but they gave Daredevil 18 episodes. They also announced that Daredevil is gonna, like Charlie Cox, like the Daredevil from the TV show on Netflix, is going to also be the voice of Daredevil in the Spider-Man cartoon series, which is crazy. It's like, damn, all right. So they're really leaning heavy on Charlie Cox right now, which I think is cool. Like, I think it's kind of like one of those "we owe you, bro" type of situations. It's like Kendrick Lamar winning the Grammy for "To Pimp a Butterfly" because he lost to Macklemore type of vibe. So they're like, oh, we're gonna lean heavy on this man right now because he's so well loved. And this is all kind of just based off of a small cameo in Spider-Man: No Way Home when you really think about it, because in terms of his MCU involvement, there hasn't been a lot, right? So it's mostly just the fact that Daredevil got canceled and that whole street level MCU world was in question, and they seem to be reviving that slowly, but they seem to be taking a different route. So part of the Phase 4 situation they got set up is Echo is also seems to be a big part of all this, which is super interesting to me in the sense that Echo, I feel like it's one of those shows that won't do explicitly well, like compared to everything else. But I think that if they do it correctly, it would be a very important show in the grand scheme of what the MCU is trying to do. But what's interesting about it is, though, like with the whole Phase 4, or sorry, Phase 5 lineup, and we're not done. Obviously, we're still waiting on stuff. I'm watching the live stream right now. We haven't heard anything about Fantastic Four yet, and I think that's like where I'm kind of like waiting on. I'm waiting on that juicy Fantastic Four announcement, where it's going to be like, oh, Fantastic Four is going to be the linchpin movie of Phase 5. They also announced that Wakanda Forever is the official title of Black Panther 2, and also the fact that it's going to be the end of Phase 4. Now, once again, a lot of people are complaining about Phase 4. They're like, oh, Phase 4 doesn't make any sense. There's no meat connecting it all together. And I don't think Black Panther or Wakanda Forever is going to change that. I don't think there's going to be like some massive reveal at the end of Wakanda Forever that's going to be like, oh my god, it all makes sense now. I don't think that's going to happen. And from the leaks that I've read, which I'm not going to say on these streams because y'all get mad about spoilers, the direction that they're going is extremely interesting. And it's going to be extremely interesting to see how people respond to that, because me personally, I believe they should have went a different route. Like I said, I'm not going to drop any spoilers, but if the leak that I read is true, and the trailer, which I'm sure we're about to get here very, very soon, is true, It seems that they're going in a certain direction, which makes sense for the overall aesthetic for Phase 5. So let me actually see if I can be more helpful here. I'm going to bring up this Phase 5 photo that I stole off the internet. Can I just drag and drop this? I don't think I've ever actually tried doing this. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so Phase 5 has been announced, and basically, I'm pretty sure my internet just broke. Oh, it's Phase 6. What? Wait a second. Wait. So they just announced Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four just got announced just right now, November 8th, 2024. But it's actually the first film of Phase 6. Phase 6 is will end with two new Avenger movies, the Kane Dynasty and Secret Wars. So, oh man, this is crazy, dog. Hold up. I gotta process things before I start talking to y'all. This is why I don't do this live usually, because I gotta think about these things and do some research and see what the hell is happening here. It is crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so they just announced. Let me make sure that all this information is factual and actual here. They announced Phase 6. My computer's like crashing. Okay, so Phase 6 is Fantastic Four, officially announced on November 6th, 2024, is the first film of Phase 6. Phase 6 will end with Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Nigga, what? That's crazy, dog. All right, so before I got interrupted, we need to talk about Phase 5 and what this all means, right? So, where's that photo I just had? I just had a photo of this. Here we go. We're going to steal this off the internet and give this to y'all real quick. And we're going to talk about this real quick because this is nutty. It's pretty nutty. All right, so we have here Phase 5 right here. And as you can see, we have Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy, 3 Secret Invasion shows, The Marvel, Loki Season 2, Blade, Ironheart, Agatha and the Coven of Chaos, Captain America, Daredevil Born Again, and the Thunderbolts. So, looking at Phase 5 is actually actually really interesting. It's interesting as hell. I'll say that. Like, I'm not mad at this when I look at this. This is actually like super interesting because it's like a good balance of street level and space level, right? So you have like Blade, you got Thunderbolts, you got Captain America, you got Daredevil, you got Echo. Secret Invasion will also kind of be street level-ish. And when I say street level, I mean like these dudes are not going to go out in space and fight people. Although Secret Invasion might kind of touch on that a little bit based off of what we know about Secret Invasion in the comics. But on the other side of the thing, you have Quantumania, you got Guardians of the Galaxy, you got Loki, you got Agatha and the Coven, and you got the Marvels. So actually, like, I call this lineup kind of mid, and I actually still kind of agree. Like, I don't think I'm gonna actually be checking for a lot of this. I'm not gonna be out here peeping for. I might check out Ironheart because it seems interesting, and it seems that Black Panther 2 is going to lead into Ironheart, basically. And I know they're making a Black Panther show too, but we know that Riri Williams is supposed to be making a debut in Ironheart. So we're gonna have to see how this all plays out because I feel like Black Panther 2 is gonna be more crucial than it seems. And that's why, like, going back to my original statement, it's like, man, I really hope that the rumors that I've read about Black Panther are not true, but they seem to be definitely true. Because I think that they're gonna wind up putting themselves into a corner where we need to have a certain type of. I'm trying to say this spoiler free so you guys don't get mad, but there's a certain thing that kind of needs to happen in a certain way to kind of make the comics work. But Feige has proved time and time again that he don't give a damn about the comics, and he will just be like, "Whoop, whatever, I don't care. We're going this way." So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But what's also interesting about this lineup is the Marvels, because if you've seen Miss Marvel yet, it's been revealed that she is, or like that she has a mutation. And when they announced this, they played the X-Men music and shit, basically saying that she's a mutant and she's no longer inhuman, she's a mutant. And so what's wild about that is that, like, with this being in phase 5 and with Secret Invasion, they're setting up something kind of wild here. What's also interesting about phase 6, which they haven't announced, they haven't dropped a photo yet, I don't think. Let me hop on Twitter to make sure, because shit's nutty right now in this real time action. They haven't. Oh, okay. So there's another announcement. The Multiverse Saga is the official name for this. Let me download this stuff. Let me stay proactive and help you guys out here. Snip tool. Here we go. So just 2 minutes ago, they just announced the Multiverse Saga, which is, I guess, essentially where we're at right now. Um, Obviously, I'm not in the room with SDCC, so I'm reading all this on Twitter. Let me get this little thing that they dropped up though. What I should be doing is just sharing my. I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. Hold on 1 second. Let's just do this. A little bit of click clack boom. We want to go boom clack boom. Bow. There we go. So now, pow. There we go. So Marvel. This is official from the Marvel Studio Twitter account. Literally 2 minutes ago, they just announced the Multiverse Saga. I'm not exactly sure what this means in the grand scheme of what they've already been trying to do, but seemingly, my guess is that they're trying to attach a name to all this stuff that we're seeing. Basically, my guess this is what phase 4, 5, and 6 is the Multiverse Saga, and this will all lead up into Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And what's interesting is that they said that Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars would be back to back. Let me show you guys this. Plat out. There it is. Secret Wars. It's official, bro. It's official. So, Marvel Studios Secret Wars is coming. The release date is November 25th, 2025. Official, dog. It's crazy. And what's crazy about Secret Wars is that it's not clear what direction they're gonna go in right now. They could do a bunch of stuff. They could do Beyonder, they could do Doom, they could make Kang part of the Secret Wars, which kind of seems to be what's happening here. Which was my original theory, is that basically Kang was gonna replace the Beyonder. Now this is wild, B. And I'm really curious to think about how they're gonna do Fantastic Four though, because just by announcing the Multiverse Saga, they're basically saying that, oh, yeah, we're about to jump around and do some wild stuff. And I think they also announced that, excuse me, I think they also announced that I Am Groot takes place in its own universe. So we know that I Am Groot is also like its own thing. I forget the number that they came up with, but they're going off, man. Here's the one for Kang Dynasty. Plat out. Look at that. Avengers Kang Dynasty official at Marvel Studios, from the Marvel Studios account. So we ain't bullshitting. This ain't no spoiler. This is a full-on announcement. Marvel Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, on and cracking. It's on and cracking. Fantastic Four has also been confirmed. Plat Al, there's that right there. Fantastic Four is coming out November 8th, 2024. That's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty crazy. And so, and they're still announcing stuff right now. This is like real time action. We're trying to do this for you. We trying to keep it juicy for you. This is real time stuff. They're still announcing stuff as we speak. So I don't know what else is going to be included in Phase 6. And what's interesting is that like they didn't include all the other stuff, right? Like they didn't include the rest of the Phase 6, which I imagine would be like Doctor Strange 3, maybe the next Spider-Man. I don't know. Like it's going to be actually super interesting to see what else they do. I mean, maybe X-Men. Maybe that's the time they're bringing the X-Men is Phase 6 after we blown open the doors of the multiverse. Now we're going to see how the X-Men basically are in a different universe. Maybe even the X-Men from X-Men '97. That'd be kind of crazy. Um, that's a little too crazy to bring them into the live screen. I imagine that we still haven't seen, for the most part, comic book authentic outfits in the MCU, with the exception of like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. Everybody else is like straight up rocking like movie realistic style costumes. So I think that's the big reason why I don't think we'll see like the X-Men '97 people get transferred to live screen. But yeah, also they announced She-Hulk, and I guess Daredevil's in She-Hulk, so that's crazy. What else did they announce on here, man? They've been going off. I can't even keep up. We got Daredevil Born Again. They got Thunderbolts, official Thunderbolts movie, which is going to be dropping July 26, 2024. There's that right there. Official Thunderbolts movie, which I think this is the most fleshed out of everything so far. I think this is the most clear right here, right? The Thunderbolts movie, in the sense that we kind of know what the lineup is. We kind of been seeing this getting set up in the background over the course of like 5 or 6 different movies. So I feel like this is the most fleshed out. This is the most clear, and this is the most obvious, and probably like the least surprising out of all the announcements that they made. Where it's like, yeah, they're doing a Thunderbolts movie. Y'all doing that? That's pretty cool. I think it's interesting that this will probably be the end of Phase 5, and I'm not sure how that like fits into the whole multiverse thing, right? Like, it's super interesting. Like, I'm invested, dog. You got me invested, Feige. I'm invested. I'm invested. Here's the official thing for Daredevil. 18 episodes. They're doing 18 episodes of that. Like, and nowadays, like modern time streaming, that's like almost 3 seasons of content as one. And what's interesting about it, they say that it's an original series, but I'm curious to know if this is going to be like a limited series where it's just like one season, 18 episodes, goes hard, catches Daredevil up on some things. I don't know. I think this is actually probably the most interesting one because of the fact that Daredevil, basically, like the title says itself, he's been born again. It's crazy. It's crazy how that played out for him. That's like some fan power right there. Power of fandom. Captain America: New World Order. This is wild because, as we know, Captain America is black now. Um, I think they got the director from who is it? The director from uh, the Cloverfield movie, not the first one, the bad one that came out with him in space. They got that director, which makes me super nervous about that film. But I'm optimistic. I like the show a lot. I'm not sure if the show will translate well to TV, or sorry, if the show will translate well to movies. I guess we'll see how that plays out. But I'm optimistic for that. I'm looking forward to seeing Captain America do his thing on that. I think that should be dope. What else they got popping off? Let me check this live feed here because the live feed is where it's at. Yeah, what's crazy about the Fantastic Four thing is that once again, it's the start of Phase 6. It's not the end of Phase 5. It's the start of Phase 6, and this is the only movie that we've gotten from Phase 6 so far. Besides, I guess the end of Phase 6, which is Secret Wars, or yeah, Secret Wars and fucking the Kane Dynasty, and they're back to back, very similar fashion as Infinity War and Endgame, meaning that these movies are going to be connected in some grand scheme. But what's also nuts about that is that, like, when you think about the amount of content that you might have to watch for all this to work out. So the first phase one, two, and three was what, 22 films, right? Phase five, just looking at this picture from phase five, just looking at this photo, if it lets me bring this up. Oh, I have it right here. Just looking at this photo of phase five, you could see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 entities just in fucking phase five, right? And three, phase four was damn near 20 things, right? So I'm hoping that phase six, which is what really we all been waiting for, is phase six, because it seems to be that we're getting Fantastic Four, and we'll probably get X-Men too, or something X-Men like. I know we're getting the mutants, right? I'm not even sure that's an official announcement or not. Actually, I keep seeing that around, but I'm not sure if that's official. But I feel like we'll probably get X Men in Phase 6. Like honestly, Phase 6, if they're calling this the multiverse saga, they could just do X Men already doing their thing, right? It doesn't have to be an origin story. They could be just them in a different universe, and then Fantastic Four in a different universe, and whoever else needs to be involved in this in a different universe. Maybe Nova would be Phase 6. 'Cause I know that they're working on that. That's an official announcement. Moon Knight, I guess, is another option for Phase 6. But honestly, like the point I'm trying to make is that they have hella grip a lot of stuff. You got to watch like 30, damn near 40 entities of stuff for Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars to make sense. Like it's kind of crazy. It's kind of intense. I know Marvel fans, we eating right now. We happy. So it's all good. But I'm really interested. I'm very, very interested to see. I actually don't even really care that much about Phase 5 at this exact point. I care about that Phase 6 announcement. Y'all now announced Fantastic Four as Phase 6. That's crazy, dog. This is all over the course of the next year and a half, too. We're about to get like 30 damn near things in the next year and a half. Can we keep up? I know I'm not watching half these things. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments because, man, it's crazy. But I do know that with Marvel, the way that they're set up right now, like they're definitely leading towards Young Avengers. They're definitely leading towards Thunderbolts. Obviously, that was announced. They're leading towards Secret Wars. That's been announced, which is crazy. They just dropped the trailer for Wakanda Forever. Oh snap! Oh snap! Let me watch this live. Can I put this up? Yeah, it's not gonna play the music, which is good. You could just hear me do commentary over this. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your teeth. Okay. Namor confirmed. Yeah, I mean, this is basically what I was talking about. Like, basically, T'Challa was confirmed dead at this point. Wow. Okay, so that was crazy. Basically, it basically confirmed that T'Challa's dead, which basically what I was alluding to. And I knew that the trailer was coming. That's why I was like, let me just wait for the trailer to drop. And it seems that the plot that was leaked is basically all but confirmed. Which I still am not going to talk about. But the one thing I will talk about in this trailer that's very clear is that T'Challa is dead in the MCU. Wild. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I understand like the reasoning behind it at the time when they announced Chadwick Boseman's death, in the sense that it was like, oh man, he's dead. We're not gonna replace him. He was such a great actor. But in the grand scheme of the entire MCU, they should have recasted him. They should have just recasted him. Instead, they killed him off, meaning that they killed off several plot lines associated with T'Challa. That I mean, they just cut off like a whole avenue of content by doing that. But I also know that there's a multiverse, right? So they could bring him back in a multiverse fashion. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think that eventually Black Panther will return. T'Challa will return 100%. It's just not going to be this movie. It might be Black Panther 3, which honestly, Black Panther 3, Phase 3, or Phase 6, Black Panther 3, Multiverse Saga, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. I don't know, man. Things are wild. What else is Marvel doing? We're not going to go too much longer because I'm actually going to try and go see Dope tonight and get a review up for you guys so you guys can check out that film and like you guys care about my thoughts so much. So, you know. But yeah, they dropped the poster. Check out this poster right here for the Black Panther joint. Plat Owl. Wait, yeah, Plat Owl, Plume. There's that. That looks cold. That's cold. It's gonna be interesting because the thing about it too, though, it's like I feel like they could totally do Black Panther and not have him die because it's a CGI suit, right? So, like, they could have just had him in the thing the whole time and used like voice thing. Now, obviously, what they could have did is just found a way to like get him out of the story and still focus on whatever they needed to focus on. But I think killing him off is the worst move. It doesn't make any sense to kill him off. Like I said, they cut off so many opportunities and so many things. But and honestly, what they could have did with Doctor Strange, which would have been hard as hell, is just like had a different Black Panther on the Illuminati board. That was a variant that would ease people into the idea of a different Black Panther. That's what they should have did with Doctor Strange. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I'm just going live here, talking about these movies, talking about the MCU going nuts. Anyways, this is a good place to stop for right now. I think that trailer was probably the nut being busted proverbially. I might be wrong. I don't know what else they could announce at this point. Um, now watch, I'm gonna close this and end this, and it'll be like brand new Spider-Man movie, Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 3, or which actually Deadpool 3 actually is another movie that will probably wind up in Phase 6. Um, we're trying to think what else would end up in Phase 6. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tell me what you think. What movie should end up in Phase 6? Figure it out together. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back again with more videos on Star Trek TV and on Facebook or wherever the hell we're doing this. Make sure you guys keep watching. I'll be back again